Welcome to the Running with James podcast, where every HYROX athlete, OCR competitor, and the everyday runner has a place. We're passionate about building a community that supports, building confidence that empowers, and building champions who rise. Together, we'll push limits and chase what moves us. Remember, when you change your mind, you change your life. Now here's your host, James Wyatt.
And welcome back to another edition of Running with James. It is HYROX week, people, and it's already been busy and insane.
But I gotta also say one more thing.
What's one more thing?
Ready, Lauren? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you, James. Happy birthday to James.
Hallelujah.
Happy birthday, dear James.
Coach Tater. Happy birthday to James.
You.
You know, I really appreciate that effort.
We worked hard on that.
I appreciate that effort. I knew exactly what you were doing.
Okay.
The moment you said 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
She has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
She's
We're on brand.
yeah.
We're
This
sticking
is norm.
It's on brand.
Standard. Nothing special on my birthday, guys. It's just Friday. But no, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I've been getting birthday wishes all day long.
The chat's been blowing up.
It has been blowing up.
Wow. That's
so I was gonna heart each one individually, but there's a lot of them, so I'm gonna just wait and then kind of maybe take it a shift at a time.
I'm going to say I missed an opportunity.
Yeah?
It really, it came to me yesterday, and I was like, dang it. And I could not get to hear anything today. I was going to get a shirt for you that said free hugs. For you to walk around.
Just walk around all day.
That's the gift that keeps on giving forever.
I was so upset. I was
That
like,
would be good.
that would have been so amazing.
I did have someone message me and say, oh my gosh, it's your birthday. I'm going to give you the biggest birthday hug or whatever. And I was like, let's get it. I'm excited.
The passive-aggressive thumbs up.
Yes, it was double
thumbs up. Oh.
Yeah. Did you get my passive-aggressive thumbs up this morning?
No. Did you send me a thumbs up?
I did. You are just knocking the snot out of that freaking microphone handle thing.
Was it about my like a knife comment?
Like a knife comment?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
That was the last thing I thought I texted you. Because you said 11 a.m. sharp, and I said like a knife.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
So I sent you a passive-aggressive thumbs up.
We love a passive-aggressive thumbs up.
Yep. That's all I'm sending you from now on.
It's fine.
And I might actually, every now and then, just to remind you, a little line that says that was passive-aggressive.
Go for it.
Just to remind, just let you know. So, actually,
But you know what? You want to make it really uncomfortable?
Sure. No, not really, but go ahead.
Okay. Make it a black thumb.
That is not good. No, I didn't say that. He said that, not me. I was actually thinking that you may completely forget what I was thinking.
Boom. That's what I do.
Got him.
Got him.
No, we were talking earlier in the week to someone, and we were talking about the hearts and the thumbs up. I didn't even bring it up. Who was it? Allie brought it up?
Yeah,
Allie
we did.
or Heather?
We did a Patreon.
It was Allie or
episode.
Heather.
Allie listened to it, one of our newest Patreon members. And she was talking about the hearts and the thumbs up, and Heather didn't understand. She's like, didn't make any sense to her.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, thumbs up means that you hate people, basically.
Heather was on your team. She didn't get it.
She was on Team Coach
She was on
James.
Team James.
Yep.
She said she didn't understand that.
She didn't understand.
Allie is on my side.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. So I don't know. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Like
I think I feel like
generational
it's I
thing?
feel it's a generational thing.
Yeah. So in other words, our generation is like, you mean what you say. Their generation is
We read
we're
between the
assuming
lines.
what you're saying based off of our own mindset and hangups.
So that thumbs up could be you hate me, or
It could be you're like, it could be like I want to gig them, like the Aggies, because that's you know what that means, right? That's for Aggies. It's about like taking a spear or something and like stabbing a
Gig 'em.
frog.
Oh,
I think that's what that means. Gig them.
Ooh, I never knew that.
I think so. I could be wrong.
It does.
I'm not
I mean,
Aggie.
it sounds correct.
It does. It does.
Gig 'em. It sounds like very. I never realized how aggressive that sounds.
It does, especially with the thumb.
Yeah.
What if you gig something with your thumb? Where are you going to gig it?
I don't even know what gig means.
I'm only assuming you're going to have to find, because the thumb's not very sharp. It's not a sharp thing. So
Unless you have a nail.
you're not going to pierce skin. So you've got to find something that's already
The eye.
eye,
Gig him in the eye.
a nostril,
Yeah.
a tail end.
Yeah, I believe that's a wrestling move.
Yeah, I mean that's a closer.
Yeah,
That's a closing move. You don't break that out in the very beginning. You only put that one when you're losing.
that's the last resort.
That's the last resort.
Last resort.
That's atomic bombs being dropped, guys.
Yes.
So, but yeah, it's HYROX weekend, HYROX Houston, and it has been. Yesterday I was up there. Lauren and I were head judging up there, throwing down. So it was good. How did your session go?
Went fine. Went good. The men, we got to use the new scanners.
Yeah.
Which they
Tell me about those scanners.
So they have these new scanners they're introducing. Well, they're trying out. They're testing them out on field. And they basically look like a little phone. And we just walk around. We still monitor everybody by sight, by looking at them, and you give them a warning. But even at a warning, you're supposed to scan their microchip on their ankle.
Right. So that way, if it gets passed off to another
Yeah.
judge.
So what it's trying to eliminate is the whole miscommunication or lack of communication between judges, because normally we would just like signal to other judges there's a penalty or or a warning. That can get really confusing. When there's a lot of people, it gets hard to communicate that between judges. Also, it's hard to point out who you're talking about. So the system takes all that guesswork out. So you are supposed to scan people when they get a warning. But the funny thing is I immediately notice they panic because they think they just got a penalty. I'm like, it's just a warning, guys.
Right. No, for sure.
Don't freak out. And I literally had a guy like getting so freaked out because I'm like, just a warning. But if you do it again, I can't help you.
Right.
So the system itself in that way, I really enjoyed. It is a little, especially with a station like burpees, especially if they're moving quickly, it is hard to get them because you're like literally trying to chase them with their ankles. I'm like, I just need you to hold still for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And they don't want to listen to you sometimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could just wait until they take a rest because
Eventually you hope they will.
They're going to take a rest.
Well, here's the thing. If you spend too much time like waiting for that or something, you could be missing other people.
Yeah.
So it's the whole like making sure you're giving your attention properly and not honing in on just one person and possibly missing 10 others. So I think it is managing that. I think that's just more like a learning curve for the judges. I think that's pretty fixable. But one thing we did run into, I don't know if some people do this intentionally. I kind of think they do. A lot of people flip their bands around so the chip is on their skin. So you can't actually scan it. Also, those chips are not always in the same place. They might be on different ankles. Some people, like, without knowing, they roll them to the inside. That's hard to get to if it's on the inside of the ankle.
But it's a new system. Nobody knows about it. Why would they do that?
No, well, I mean, they might not. I don't know. I just think it's weird that you'd want that chip on your leg anyway, but
they probably just put it. That's probably what the volunteer at the front desk.
Yeah, they've messed mine up before.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, they've messed it. I always had to. No, I mean they last
gave
few
it to
times
you.
it was already on there.
It was on the wrong. Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't know if I've ever had mine on there like that.
And like my OCD was like, I gotta fix that.
I gotta fix it.
Take my comment back. Well, anyway, so if the chip's covered, you can't scan it, obviously.
Right.
Or one guy had a sock like over it. Mm-hmm. So again, it's hard to scan. You have to like stop them, have them pull their sock down, and if they're already like, if they think they're going for like an incredible time or something, if they're just trying to get their time, whatever.
Sure, the best time they can.
The best time they can. They don't want to spend any more seconds doing small things like that.
Then do the movement correctly.
You're right. Do the movement correctly. It's
that's
easy.
part of the judgment. I mean, before you'd have to sit there and get their or take a picture of their
Right.
hand. So you still had to stop them before. So that's
So I think the point is to kind of help speed the process
It
along.
is.
Yeah.
And I do think there's a lot of benefit to it. I really do. I think it's just like for the judges more of like learning little ways to handle certain things like that.
Is it like-
I'll be honest too.
it was like a little scanner gun.
It literally looks like a little gun like you would use for like inventory or something.
Oh,
But
okay.
it literally looks like a phone.
It made it much easier to like scan and get their information. So I think it's going to make it better for the judges to be less tentative to give warnings and penalties because it's literally just like, hey man, I got to scan your thing. Beep. Mm-hmm. Right. And so instead of having to like, hey, I need to take a picture of your arm and then you got to send it through the WhatsApp.
that takes so much time.
And that takes a lot of time. Whereas this is just bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam. So I think I personally think it's going to help a lot of judges like be better judges. But I think like you made a point about like not following the person because you're going to miss other people.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the biggest challenges is that you have all the gray shirt judges.
You have all these volunteers.
So they're supposed to be doing that, and you're
Yes.
supposed to be handing out the penalties.
Yes.
So like if you see somebody that's about, you should be following them.
Yes.
And the other judges or the other the assistant judges should be doing all that other stuff.
Yes.
And making note, right? So they sent me over to the lunges at one point. The lady came and got me, and she was like, "Hey, I need you to go over to the lunges." And I think they've been going on for about an hour, and we haven't gotten any penalties. She's like, there's no way that's possible.
Yeah, no, we were finding him out left
And
and
so
right.
I went over there, and like within 10 seconds, I gave somebody dropped the bag. And so I had to give him a warning and then immediately a 15-second penalty.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, don't drop it again, dude, because if you are, you're out. He's like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah.
So what are the penalties like if you don't touch the knee to the ground?
Yeah, so you get one warning everywhere.
No matter
the
what.
only thing you would get warnings on in the lunges is if your knee doesn't touch, you don't lock your hips out, or you take those little baby steps.
Gotcha.
Right? If you drop the bag, that's an immediate 15-second penalty. You don't get a warning.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking to take your running to the next level? Whether you're just getting started or chasing the next PR, my dad, Coach James, and BC Fitness have you covered. Join our in-person or online run coaching. Plug into our free weekly run club and train alongside a community that's built different. From HYROX and OCR to daily group fitness classes at our Houston gym. This is where athletes are made. Come run with us, train with us, grow with us. Visit mybcfit.com and start building your best.
And that's your warning.
Did you see a lot? Because I've seen people at the track, and I've tried to tell them about not locking out.
Yes.
They try to kind of do that low man kind of walk.
Oh, the duck walk. Mm-hmm.
Kind of, and they think they're going quick, but I'm like, your hips are definitely not locking out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So I always tried to like as people were coming in, because I don't want to get penalties, I'm like, all right, guys, make sure knee touches the ground, lock the hips out, no baby steps in between. I don't want to give any penalties. So I would like be shouting that out constantly. And I could see people like changing the way they were lunging.
Okay.
Right. So, like, I think some of the judges, I don't know. I don't know. I think they don't want to be the bad guy. They also are like, oh, well, it's really close. Right. And so if it's close, they're kind of giving them the benefit of the doubt. And I would always err on the side of
Benefit of the doubt.
benefit of the doubt.
I think most
too.
judges do, because a lot of especially head judges, I think a lot of head judges, they are racers, so they understand that sometimes you just don't realize you've made a mistake.
Right. But the
technicality of it, like,
Right.
you have to be fair.
Right. You have to be across the board.
You have to be consistent.
Right.
And that's where it does get complicated, like, in doing that.
So I had a guy early on. I was over there about 30 minutes or so, and I'd given out a few warnings and a couple penalties. I didn't see anybody else scanning nothing. All right. So,
In the lunge area?
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm encouraging people, and I'm like, all right, guys, I'm talking to the assistant judges. I'm like, hey, let us know. You got to let us know when you see this. And so they started getting better and better. Well, this one dude comes lunging by me, and his knee does not touch the ground like 3 times in a row. Right.
Oh.
So he was coming toward me, and I saw him not touch it, and he went past a couple assistant judges. When he got close to me, I walked and I was like, hey, man, I got to give you a warning. And I technically should have given him a warning and a penalty.
Yeah.
Right? And I was like, hey, dude, I gotta scan your thing or whatever because you didn't touch your ground. He's like, mother effer, no, it
Yeah.
did. And I was like, I'm sorry, man. He's like, check the tape.
What tape?
And I think somebody was recording for him or whatever, right? And he wouldn't let me scan his foot. Well, while he's not letting me scan his foot, he's walking around in circles, right? So he's already doing what he's not supposed to do, right?
Yes.
So as he's just blatantly cussing me out, I just walk away. And because I saw a race director, and I was like, hey, man, this guy's over here cussing me out. I told him he didn't touch his knee. I needed to give him a warning, not a penalty, which he probably should have gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have gotten multiples probably.
And they're like, all right, he's like, which guy? And so he was walking toward us because he was done, because I was at the end of the row, right, to put his bag down. He's like, hey, man, he said you didn't touch your knee. He's got to scan your thing for the warning, right? For the warning. He said warning.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let me scan. I kept trying to go down and scan, and he's turning around in circles, and he's cussing, and he's whatever, and he's like, I'll knock you the F out, and da-da-da-da.
Did he really?
Yes.
People get wild.
And then I was like, dude, I'm going to scan this thing. Right? I must have looked so stupid. I wish somebody had me, because I'm like bending over, like trying to run around him in circles, right? Trying to get this thing.
If you remember the Benny Hill
Yes.
music.
Yeah, that's exactly probably what it sounded like. This dude reaches down, undoes his thing, and rolls back and chunks it.
Does he? Wow, really?
Like he threw it
into the crowd?
into like over the freaking, because we were over by the sandbags.
Yeah.
So it's the sandbags are basically the end, right? And then you have the running track, and then you have like where the spectators can kind of be. He threw it over there.
Is that where they take like the visitors' home run and throw it back on the field?
Yes. He said, F this thing.
That's awesome.
And
That's awful,
the
but
race
it's
director
awesome.
got pissed, dude. He's
sure.
like, "You're getting out of here, gone." He grabbed him and took and like started dragging him out. And the whole way he's cussing. Da 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 da.
How did I miss this?
I'm like, I don't think you were there yet.
oh, was that in the morning?
Yeah. So
Too early for that.
Did you go
shenanigans.
to find his band and scan it?
I was going to, but I
That
couldn't
would've been
find it.
good.
He threw it
That'd have
so
been so
far away because they
funny.
kept coming back to me and asking me, "Did you see where he threw the band? Do you see where the band went?" And I'm like, "He threw it that way, man. I don't even know, bro." So I walked back over to the lunges, and my heart rate's probably a little high. And I'm like a little shaky. I'm like, "What the heck just happened?" And then I guess it was his wife or girlfriend. She's like, "What did he do? What did he do?" I was like, "His knee didn't touch the ground several times," and that was the end of it. She didn't say anything else. And I'm standing there, and then the other two head judges walked up and she's like, "Did that dude just like cuss you out and just throw his band?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "What was that for?" I said, "Well, his knee didn't touch the ground." She's like, "I kept telling him his knee wasn't touching the ground." Did you scan his thing? Did you say something to him? So he had been not touching his knee like all the way around. Both judges said he didn't touch his knee. So now maybe I'm
been a penalty.
blind.
I don't know.
And maybe it was close. But if I think it's close, I'm going to probably give it to you. But I'm going to watch to see if it happened again.
Yeah, that's like when the burpees, like a lot of times for, specifically for the men, because I don't know why you guys like to do these negative push-ups all the way down, but your chest doesn't always touch the floor. I have to like lay my head down to see if they're actually getting to the floor. 'Cause
Right.
sometimes it's just their shirt touches. So yeah, sometimes you have to like really
Get low
to look at people.
So I just don't like.
That's
and
wild to do that.
The
That's
first
done
thing
that
I'm
early
thinking
in the
about, dude,
morning.
you've worked so hard.
Why do this?
You only have one run and one station left. Why would you quit now just out of sheer frustration? Unless the only thing I can think of, he must have had like a ton of penalties or something.
I would say he might have been getting chewed alive. There's a lot of people who came through at the burpees who I'm like, did you lose a bet? Did a friend like
What's the most you gave at the burpees?
to one person? Honestly, I think 2. I gave a warning and a penalty. I might have given 2 penalties at one point, but our head judges were real. That's me personally. Our head judges were pretty on it. We had some really good head judges. Half of our volunteers were really on it. Half of them were frat boys that I had to constantly get onto.
Frat boys?
Literally frat boys.
I feel like there were some.
They were just like dancing in the corner.
some community service workers there for sure.
The lambda.
Maybe.
I don't know. They were like dancing in the corner. I kept having to separate them. And I was like,
Yeah.
hey, can you like make sure you're like speaking to people when they come up to like to do the second half of the burpees and direct them. You know how many people tried to turn around going up one lane and go back? I'm like, why does that make sense to you? I know you're tired, but
Yeah, the brain's not working.
That's what they do
That
at the
was
gym.
First race.
You know,
yeah,
I guess
exactly.
so. That is what they do at the gym. But
Yeah.
I'm like,
Muscle
look at-
memory.
where do you see anyone else going that way?
Yeah, no, but it was amazing to me, honestly, to see how many people didn't know how to do like 90% of the stuff.
Yeah.
Like because I mean, going in different spots, you could kind of see everybody. And there were several times, like when I went over, because they sent me over to do the weight change on the sled push. And so I got to see people from the sled push to the sled pull to the burpees to the rower. Like literally, I went through the whole race with them, right? And it was like very surprising to see how awkward so many people were with a lot of the movements. And all that just told me is they hadn't done them a lot. They hadn't practiced it a lot. Because we did the weight change for the women's doubles. And they came in like, when they came, because we were switching the weights out. And as we switched out the sled push, because we moved over to the sled pull, they were running into the ski erg and just watching them do that ski. And I'm like, they need help. She needs help. Learn how to.
Well, to compliment BC here. I feel like that's one thing I pride all ourselves and all our coaches on is we do train a lot of the standards and movements.
Yeah,
it is
the
not. It
efficiency
is
and
not.
stuff.
It is not very. If you think about it, it is not easy to coach as far as rowing standards, skiing standards, how to get efficient. The movements. Yes, as a PT, you learn. Proper body form, but sometimes running, that's a whole nother thing right there, running form. So it is not just, yes, any trainer could possibly be a HYROX coach, but are they really teaching efficiency? Yeah. So that's just, you can see it in the people doing the race.
You can, for sure. And it was surprising to me. Now, maybe because it was Thursday and it was like
the add-on day.
It was the add-on day. And then on top of that, I don't know if it was, I think it was all opens.
It was it was all opens
So
and then the doubles, but it was a relatively low key day compared to others.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's because it was 4 days, if it was because it was Thursday, or you know what I mean? Like if it was maybe they didn't sell out Thursday or something, but I thought all the Thursdays sold out too. So I don't know if it was just not as, but I mean, there were times where it was like going down. Like there were tons of people coming in.
We have them. So in the burpees, I feel like they come in like waves every time.
Right.
And now by the time we left, the women's doubles were kind of like just getting going. So I don't know what it was like after 2:30, but I felt like in the burpees, like you'd have like a couple people trickle in and then it's like a little wave
of
just
folks,
comes through. But then once the wave passes, like again, like a little trickle and then just a wave.
Yeah. So, but that's because they're sending them out in waves, right? So,
Yeah.
But that 12 to 3, I find is usually the busiest time.
I'd agree. Yeah.
Right. So, it was just surprising just how many people were struggling, which it shouldn't, because if you go look at a half marathon or you look at a marathon, the people that do really well is a small portion in the front, and then the largest group of people are the people in the back that tend to be a little bit slower, not as good. And that usually probably means because they didn't train as well. Maybe they didn't run as much mileage, right? They didn't, what have you. So, I mean, I'm sure it's very similar probably for HYROX, right?
And then just like you said, probably the people that didn't train possibly don't know how to race and went out hot.
Yeah.
So then
100%.
all the people, all the people are going slow, and the next group's just catching up, right? They were probably around the sled pull burpees, probably like a big glut of people.
I was surprised how many people were puking at the sled push.
Oh, so I was going to say, that is shocking at the sled push.
The sled push. They were constantly
shocking.
like, clean up on aisle 3. We've had someone just threw up. Someone just threw up at the sled push.
Well, if you think about it, they probably went out to that first run, probably hot. Ski, probably killed like the ski.
Sprinting it.
We're still kind of hanging on for that next, and then they probably went a full push of a lane, and that probably just jacked your heart rate.
Well, like none of them eat. Like I talked to several people who like especially the guys. I spoke to them because obviously we had most of the guys in the morning, so I got to speak with more men. So I don't know how the back end of the ladies went, but I spoke to so many guys who were like so nauseous, lightheaded, whatever. And I was like, "What'd you eat today?" They're like, "I didn't eat, or I had a banana." I'm like, "Okay, cool, yeah." You're going to need to hang on. I'd get some of that hydration when you walk out of here because we're like right across from it. But
Yeah.
I'm proud of you talking to all the men. I like that. Look at that. Out there.
The reason she can do it is because she's above them and she's talking down to them because they don't have the information. And so
She has the authority.
yes, she's the
I'm a
boss
lady.
lady.
I'm
Okay.
a
Lady
lady
boss.
who loves to be a lady boss.
Never mind. Oh,
But
That's
we
what it is.
did. We had some guys come through because they had in Dallas they had 2 trash cans in the arena, like in the station on the corners, and people were throwing up left and right in those trash cans. Well, this time to keep them out of the thing in case they missed, they moved it to the outside of the halfway point, but they put a little barrier around it so other people couldn't get to it. One of the head judges came up to me and she goes, "There's a guy over there, and he's been throwing up for like 5 minutes straight.
Wow.
He missed the trash can half the time."
That's gross.
Oh, it was bad. And then another guy, I had to go over and check on him because he was literally just like lying on the floor, and he was talking about, he was like, "I think I'm just gonna call it." I was like, "Are you sure?" He's like, I'm really struggling." I was like, "Well, here, I don't want you to like make a decision you're gonna regret. Why don't you sit here for a few minutes? At this point, if you call it, you're done anyway. So might as well just like try to finish it, even if it's slow.
Right.
Take a few minutes, sit in the corner so you're not getting trampled, and then all you got to do is 1 or 2 at a time."
So you're not getting trampled.
Well, because he was literally dead center where people were transitioning
I get it.
through.
I get it. Yeah.
But and I said, we'll just do 1 or 2 at a time, and then get some hydration, get some of those electrolytes from the booth, and if you have to walk it, but give yourself like a chance to try to finish it just slow.
Yeah.
He was hurting
One guy,
bad.
I saw him. He was on the transition of the lunges, and he was kind of in the corner, and he had the bag on his, and he just was holding onto the fence. And I walked. I was like, "You okay, man?" He's like, "I'm cramping real bad." He's like, "I gotta call it. I gotta call it." I was like, "You're so close to the end. You just gotta lunge down one more time, and you got the baubles. You're done." And he's like, "I can't do it." He's like, "I'm cramping. I can't stop cramping." I was like, "Well, I'll go run and get you some electrolytes you want." He said, "No, I've already tried that. I've tried it so many times." I said, "Well, why don't you just take a minute, dude?" So I took a picture, and he's like, "No, I'm done." I was like, "Well, I got to take a picture of your arm. I got to scan your thing, what have you, and then and you'll be disqualified." He's like, I guess I got to do it. I'm sorry.
That's so
I'm
close
sorry.
to do it too.
And I said, "Well, why don't you put the bag down? If you put the bag down once, it's a 15-second penalty. And just don't pick it up until you're ready to go." "I can put it down once and I'm not disqualified?" "Yeah." It's like, just go ahead and put it down. I'll scan you, take your 15-second penalty, and then, we'll see what happens, right? And so he put the bag down, and he's like, "So how long do I have?" I was like, "Dude, take as long as you want."
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There's no time limit. And then I ran and got him some electrolytes, brought it back to him. I was like, "Here, drink these."
Yeah.
And then we'll try again, okay? So he drank them. So I went back to judging and everything else. And then, I am not kidding, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes later, I see him coming down the lane. I was like, all right, he's got this.
Nice.
He got 10 feet from the end. And he's, I can't do it.
Oh, no.
I can't do it. I got to call it, man. I'm sorry. I got to call it. I'm so sorry.
He wasn't like a real bigger guy, was he?
No, he was an older white guy.
Oh, okay.
So, but he's like, I got to call it. I got to call it. I was like, man, you're so close. You can do this. Just shake it out. Make it. You can make it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. Please. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's like, I failed you. And I was like, what are you talking about, dude? I was like, this is your race. I was like, well, all you got to do is drop the bag and you're disqualified. So he dropped it. Oh. He's like, I'm so sorry, man. I know it's not your fault. I was like, I know it's not my fault. But don't apologize to me, man. I know you're disappointed because you want to finish.
Did you give him your business card?
No, I did.
So that'd have been a great time.
But so I had to disqualify the guy or whatever. But
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to unlock your full potential? I want to introduce you to the Fit, Healthy, and Happy podcast, a powerful resource to transform your life today. With expert interviews, practical tips, and inspiring stories, this podcast is your roadmap to lasting wellness. Here's what a listener has to say.
I used to struggle with my health, but this podcast changed everything. It's like having a personal trainer, nutritionist, and life coach totally for free.
With over 2,000 5-star reviews, we're a podcast you can trust. The Fit, Healthy, and Happy podcast, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
We don't like doing that, people. We really don't, especially like when we can see it's like you're hurting.
But you could see there were so many people cramping at the lunges. Was just like
that hamstring cramp is.
It was like you said, like storming the beaches of Normandy.
Just people dropping like
dropping left and right, man, and legs shaking, and even on the doubles. On the doubles, like there were a lot of people that were hurting bad.
Yeah.
And they would switch off to their partner and their partner wasn't much better. You know?
Yeah.
So it was so one guy would be like, all right, here, take it, man. And the guy would do 2. And he's like, you got to take it back.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, you guys have not put in like the necessary work, right? Maybe I feel like they just were doing some Sims or something all the time or whatever. And got this false sense of, security. But
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think a lot of people see the movements. Oh, I'm good at lunges.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good at I can do wall balls right now. They don't realize what the impact of all those runs do.
Yeah.
Then the movements.
Well, and then the actual
stacked on top of each other.
Yeah. Once that fatigue sets in, obviously makes each movement going too hot. Yeah, that sled's gonna feel a lot heavier. Oh my God, it's the carpet. It's probably because you ran too hot. I've done it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they put more weight on it, I'm sure. But it's usually because you've pushed gone too hot. Fatigue is set in early, and you're just in trouble.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be. I was telling them at one point. I talked to one of the race directors, and I was like, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being like the super drama guy. And she's like, no, you're doing great. That's why I moved you over here. And I was like, I don't feel that way because I had a guy yell at me, throw his freaking thing. Immediately I had to disqualify somebody because he dropped his bag twice. And then I had to call a medic in.
Ooh.
I was like, medic, or whatever.
Were you wearing your cowboy hat?
Mm-hmm.
I was.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's just like sometimes they need a new sheriff in town.
Yeah. Well, the only problem is that now people remember you.
This is true.
So when you're out in them streets, they're like, hey, it's you.
That's why he only wears the hat for special occasions.
So I was like, I said that, and she's like, no, you're doing great. It's like, that's why I moved you over here. So you just keep doing what you're doing. And I'm definitely getting self-conscious because I want to do a good job whenever I do something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, number one, I do enjoy the sport and I do want to I want people to enjoy it. And as a coach, you're trying to help people. You're not trying to hinder people, but you're also trying to hold the standard because you want that same thing to happen for you. But then you're also representing BC Fitness.
Yep.
I'm representing Jesus as well. And so everything I'm doing, I'm trying to be a good representation. And I don't want the wrong idea. So I like it when I'm a people pleaser.
So but I see. I see your point there, but I'm sure all the people that you said you've disqualified or get penalties, it just sounds like that you probably helped just as many or more people, encourage them, and they probably remember that as well. Like the guy you tried to help, hey, put the bag down, give him the tip. And I'm sure plenty of other people, you're probably right there at the end. When I've judged, I enjoy the cheering part. Man, you're almost right there. And I'm sure the people,
Yeah, I think so. Well, I gave one guy a warning and a penalty, and he came back later on and thanked me.
Yeah.
Right. Because he was like, when he, I was like, hey man, You got to stop shuffling your feet. I was like, I got to give you a warning. Don't do it again. All right. No penalties, right? Get through this. No penalties. Make sure your knees hitting the ground, lock your elbows, you knock your hips out or whatever. You got this. So I was like cheering him on the whole way. And he got to the end and I was like, you got this. And he stepped over the line and he stepped on the line. I was like, dude, you got to do one more. I'm so sorry. You got to do one more. So he did one more. And when he finished it, he dropped the bag.
Oh, no.
He fell over and dropped the bag. And I was like, no.
We were so close.
And so I had to give him a penalty. And he came back later. He's like, man, thank you. saved me, bro. You saved me. And I'm like, I gave you a penalty, but I saved him because he would have gotten a lot more. And you could tell he was hurting a lot. So I was like giving him tips and stuff. So he was like, you were so awesome, man. Thank you so much. So that was a positive thing.
Yeah.
So I think you get more. There's a way more positive than negative.
I agree.
Way more positive than negative.
More people, especially if you come at them like you're actually trying to help them. Most people are very well receptive. And I think now it's kind of been drilled into everybody how the movement standards are going to go, to what extent you can expect to be judged. So like if a judge is coming up to you and trying to give you feedback, you need to just listen and be like grateful that
I think most people in the sport will appreciate that the standard, and I think everyone's just looking for the rules being held across the board. Yeah. And more people actually holding them.
Well, I think the people that are doing it regularly, that enjoy the sport, yes. I think it's the people that are new to it, that never done it before, they haven't read the rules,
they don't know anything about it.
Those are the challenges. Those are the people making the post on Instagram about like, this wasn't fair, this whatever.
This judge came after me.
Yeah. So there was a doubles guys or whatever, and I'm standing there watching them, and the dude did his last lunge, I guess, on however many they were going to switch, and he just dropped the bag. And then his friend picked it up, and I was like, hey, man, I got to scan your thing for penalty. He's like, what? And I was like, yeah, dude. It's like, you can't drop the bag. If you drop the bag once, it's a 15-second penalty. Twice, you're disqualified. He's like, are you serious? And I was like, yes, it's a disqualification if you drop it. Well, it'd be nice if they told you those rules beforehand.
It's almost like they do.
It's so wild. Like they do everywhere,
Yeah, it's literally all over your algorithm, probably.
Right. So I didn't say that, right? Because that wouldn't have helped the situation. Yeah. But I tried to encourage them. I was like, all right, guys, no more penalties. Make sure your knees are on the ground. Lock out your, so I gave them the full whatever, and they did fine. They made it through the rest of it without a problem. But that's what I'm saying, is that's what surprises me, is people who sign up for stuff and they have no idea what they're signing up for.
Well, so there was an individual who came through who was like an actual professional athlete in a different sport. And they had a full media team following them in. So we saw this person going through, and I was watching them, and I had to make them do on the halfway point. They have to clear that line. Ooh. He didn't clear it. He landed literally in the middle of it, and I said, hey, man, I need you to do another burpee. He was like, why? I was like, you landed on the line. You got to cross it. It's got to be clean. So he went back. He was frustrated with me, and he landed on it again and kept trying to run through it. I was like, friend, I need you to come back.
I got a question for you. So when they land on the line, shouldn't you just do the burpee right there, then just jump across?
Yeah, and I told him that. I was like, you just got to do the burpee.
But he kept walking back?
He just kept stepping back. He was just frustrated because, why? Because his media guy was following him, and his media guy kept having to put the camera down because it didn't look sexy that he was getting DQ'd. Or not DQ'd, sorry, but he was getting told what to do. Yeah. And another head judge came up to me and she goes, I've already given him penalties because he's not doing the movements right.
Well, good. I mean,
it's not sexy for the camera.
That's fine, but we don't, or HYROX probably doesn't want someone promoting the sport and they're
doing it wrong,
glamoring, and they finish look at I finished the burpees and they land on the line, and they all the diehards are gonna look at that.
Yep,
he landed on the line. How come that judge did
not equal for everybody?
Yes.
I mean, he was fine. He didn't go off or anything. He just got a little. But I mean, it was fine. But my eyes were just like, dude, I don't care. Just please do it and move out of here.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think everyone that does it should probably volunteer.
I agree.
And they all have a different understanding and respect for the judges and stuff. I had a lot of people, thank you so much for being out here. Thank you for helping. And those were people you can tell have done it before.
I didn't get those.
Right. So, and here's what I find is really weird. And I hate to you don't want to generalize anything because that's, there's always exceptions to the rule.
Sure.
And it's not really fair to everybody. But I will say this. I find the open men early on.
Okay.
So the
early people,
the fast group,
sure,
of the open men and the pro men, as a whole, are pretty good about what they're the standard and everything else. But if you call them on it, they're pretty aggressive in their response to you. Okay,
gotcha.
The later men, whether it's singles or doubles, are very usually like, I'm sorry. They're apologetic.
Yeah,
they're like, I want to do it right. Help me out, please. Take, whatever.
I think I could agree to that. Yeah.
I find the women in the open are all just out there having a good time, and they're very grateful. They're very thankful. They
want to look cute.
They're all out there to look cute. Like
they just want to look good.
That's a very general statement, but
it's true.
I think it's true because everybody was looking cute out
there.
The numbers don't lie.
So it'd be definitely over 50%.
Higher than that, bro.
So that's
the cute little outfit that they spent probably more time picking than the training.
I would agree to that.
And
the nails, the hair.
They were all, anytime you would like try to correct them or say something, they would be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." They were very apologetic.
Okay.
And I'm like, stop saying you're sorry. You didn't do anything wrong. You just gotta, I'm trying to help you not do something wrong, right?
Yeah.
And the pro women are the worst, in my opinion. I feel like the pro women are the worst, and I don't know what the reason. I don't want to say what I think it is because I don't want to like start a thing. But like the pro women are by far, in my opinion, the worst at trying to correct and give penalties to and warnings to. In my experience, that's what I found. So pro women first, open men second.
Okay.
The early open men, not all
the kind of fast ones.
The guys who think they're good.
Gotcha.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're in the open.
Gotcha.
Right? Then probably the pro men. And then everybody else is pretty okay.
So it's kind of like levels of aggression.
In my experience.
In your
it's
experience.
Probably because I'm a man.
Maybe more of like resistance over aggression. Like they just want to like.
Getting shoved, I think, is pretty aggressive.
Oh, yeah, you did get shoved. Right?
I mean, that's fairly aggressive.
You did get shoved.
And the last time I judged in Dallas, I only did pro women because they had such a huge group, or only did women.
That's right.
They had such a huge group. And at the sled pull, I cannot tell you how many times, like in the pro waves, those chicks, because they even had the race directors up there, right? Because the race directors were going for the first wave of all the pro women, right? And like anytime anything was like warned or called, dude, they immediately snapped back with like anger. Immediately. Because they were trying to go fast.
Yeah.
And like, you're keeping me from going fast. I'm like, no, you're actually keeping yourself from going fast. But I will say, of all the groups that are like the most friendly and like seem like they're really enjoying themselves, I would also say put the women in that same category. Agree. Like the women, it's just not the pro women.
Yeah.
Well, the later pro women are cool. Yeah. But like the ones that are doing it for fun, they may still be trying to go fast, but they've got a good attitude about it. They don't have the chip on their shoulder, I think is the thing. So like in all the judging I've done, that's what I've found. And so it's almost like I hope I don't try to like put in my mind an expectation. Does that make sense? Of now you've done it enough where like you start creating a prejudice to it, where you're starting
you look for a problem.
So you're looking for a problem. So then you're also got the wrong attitude. So then you're also trying to like, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Right? Because that can easily happen.
I get that. I could be that way. I have to remind myself.
Don't be petty.
Don't be petty.
Don't be petty. So, but the venue is cool.
It's big.
They've got two separate halls.
Two halls, yeah. The halls are nice. I really like how they have like all the fun stuff really separated.
Separate, yeah.
Because it does kind of feel like it removes you from the noise
a
little bit. So I don't know if it feels like the runs feel longer or faster because it looks so massive when you look at it. But it also, if you were to walk in, I feel like it might be the exact same size as last time.
Yeah. I mean, I felt like the ruck zone was long but really small. Like it was like especially the running area was pretty narrow.
Yeah, it's definitely narrow.
It was pretty narrow.
It is narrow.
So, but it does seem long, but it's as long as they all are because they're, whatever. So, and probably not as long as some because like the burpees were only down and back. The lunges were down and back. I will say,
I don't know, Atlanta was really long.
The rower section and the rower section seemed small. Like it didn't seem long, like as long as it's been. Like it was like, and obviously they have rowers on both sides, but the rower section and the skier section, and even all the areas didn't seem as long as they usually are.
How big are the waves? Do you know that they're sending out?
Like around 40 people.
40
was like around the average number I saw, like 39 to 40.
Some of them they push 50.
Yeah.
So I think maybe that's probably they're not sending as big a wave.
Well, I've seen as big as 70.
Oh, Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, here in Houston?
Not in Houston.
Or just before?
Yeah.
That's
in some other races. Like
Gotcha.
in Dallas, when we did Dallas, they were like they were 70, groups of 70. But I don't think they didn't do 4 days in Dallas.
Yeah.
They did 2 days, right?
3 days, I thought.
I don't remember.
Was it 2? I don't remember either.
I
It's all a blur.
think they added a third day.
Did they add
if I'm not
Friday?
I think they added Friday, if I'm not mistaken.
But they didn't have the Thursday,
No.
No,
right?
it was Friday, Saturday.
That can
Okay.
add a ton of people and keep your waves a little bit smaller,
Yeah.
right? So, but yeah, I want to say like they were around 39 to 41 was the average group that came in.
Pretty soon it's going to be HYROX week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, New York.
No, well, yeah.
Yeah, New York.
It's coming.
There was the very first men's wave when I was the open men's wave. I don't know if you've seen the video of the little dude who's like running really, really fast.
No, I haven't.
He was on there. I forgot his name. I don't know his name, but he was out there running, and he's a little bitty, and he's young. He's
You talking
really
about the
young.
kid?
Oh, the kid.
Yeah,
The kid.
Yes.
Oh, you said a dude. I'm thinking like in a man. You're talking about the kid. He's like 16.
I was thinking little person.
yeah, he's a kid. No, he's a kid.
No, he's.
No, I know who you're talking about
But
now.
he's
He's
also
fast.
very tiny.
Yeah, he's tiny, but he's really quick, right?
Yeah.
And
He's strong.
they took off, right? And he went out and ran. He got to the skier, and somebody passed him, right? And this older guy passed him. When the guy came out of the skier, he turned and went immediately out the end. Right, so he took off, and I was like, "Well, that sucks. He just lost this race because I think it's a 3-minute penalty or something, 2 or 3 minute penalty if you go out the wrong.
Yeah, I think
exit,
I think
right?
it's 120 or 2 minutes.
But
I think
it still didn't matter because that little dude, I think, after he was in third place all the way up to the burpees, right, and he was probably a good 10 to 15 seconds behind them when he got to the burpees, and that dude I think went pretty much unbroken through the burpees, came out. And he was in first place, and he stayed in first place the whole time. So he ended up breaking like an hour. He did like 59 minutes or something
That
like
was
that.
his solo race? Because he came back into doubles. And
Yeah.
that's where I saw him the first time was in doubles.
So after that, he came back and did doubles, and they ended up running like a
immediately.
54 or something.
Yeah.
yeah, I think 54, 55. I think I saw that's the post
Yeah.
I saw. I think he said he hurt his leg or something.
I mean, he went back to back real
That's-
quick.
Say
So
back to back.
That's what because I saw the post and I was like, holy mackerel! I
Yeah.
saw the time.
When
And
them little legs were moving though.
when I saw him in there, when I turned around and saw him, I was like, his face looks like a kid, but he's chiseled like an adult. Like he's chiseled little kid.
Yeah, he's pretty muscular.
Yeah,
he's
like-
a little muscular. I mean, he's a little
Like,
dude.
I've never
though.
known a 16-year-old that
He's
was
like 5'2" maybe.
He's tiny.
Yeah, he was like 5'2", but he was grooving, man. I was like,
Yeah.
get it, son.
Yeah.
So they were obviously all hyped up on him. They're like, this guy's the future of HYROX. Da, 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 da. So
that's all I need. I'm used to Lana passing me up on the track, and I got this little dude out there
know,
running
right?
right,
16-year-old, like-
passing me. You know, that's
Flexing his six pack as he runs by you. And
yeah. So I mean, he was moving though. He was doing good. And the guy that came in second, but didn't actually come in second because he
went out
the wrong thing, right? So he was older. He was probably late 30s, maybe even in his 40s.
Okay.
But his run form was horrible.
Really?
Oh, really?
He was overstriding like a big dog, and you could tell he was hurting. I'm like, dude, if you just improved your run form, that dude could probably be really fast.
like, what was he doing? Like,
well, he was very inefficient in his running, but he was mainly overstriding.
so you could see the.
Yeah, and he had a lot of bounce to his run, but you could tell he was like hurting. But even in the hurt, he wasn't slowing down.
So he had that kind of
Ability to
engine,
hurt.
ability to
Engine,
hurt.
yeah, he definitely had an aerobic engine. He definitely had. He works. I mean, you can tell he puts in good work. He was chiseled, good looking guy, and mid 30s, maybe late 30s. He might have been in his 40s, maybe, I don't know, but he was very muscular, very strong, and
Maybe a guy just give him a few tweaks on his run form,
he
like
could
his
probably
probably
be
a
a
run
monster.
plan, and he'd
Yeah.
be boom,
He's probably really
good to go.
So I mean, he's obviously already really good because he's already pretty fast. So, but like it didn't look like he was running that fast. I don't know if that makes sense. Like you can usually tell the speed of someone. Like if you've seen enough people run, like when when Jessica runs her lap, I'm like, that's not a 6 minute pace or 6:05.
Yes.
You're not running the pace you're supposed to be running. I can tell,
As she
right?
smiles as
or
she
you guys
runs
take
by
off
you.
running. I'm looking at y'all and I'm like, I thought y'all were supposed to be running this pace. That didn't look like the pace. You're like, well, so you can usually tell.
Yeah.
And so he didn't look like he was running that fast, but he was really fast at the stations. Like he flew through the ergs. Like he was so fast through the ergs. He flew through the sleds and the lunges or whatever. And the little dude went unbroken on those wall balls.
Good for him. Good for him. You keep calling him little dude.
I don't know. What do you want me to call him?
I don't know.
I don't know his
It's
name.
funny.
Little man.
dude.
He's a little
Little
dude.
man.
Little man.
He's a little dude. So, but it was just cool to kind of see like that all play out and like the energy, even though it's the open, because I feel like ever since they switched to the pro, like the open people are now like, oh, they're less than. They're not like doing anything hard and stuff because people are like, oh, did you do pro? Oh, yeah, I'm doing pro. And half those people probably shouldn't be
In pro.
doing pro because they're not ready for it.
Yeah. I would. Yeah,
I mean, people jumped into pro and gotten hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there is some people naturally probably should go to pro. But then
they probably should because they have the fitness and the ability for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it is a step up.
It is.
So I tell anyone whether it's open pro, you're doing a hard race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, for years we did the open. I did the open. That was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
I miss open. I miss it.
So, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like because that's the only way you can qualify for the world championships, because it's like the thing that they're always pushing. I feel like the people that are working and doing the open stuff, they're kind of like, they're like not the amateurs, but they're like less than amateurs because they're all amateurs. Unless you're part of the Elite 15, everybody's an amateur. But I feel like they're like the JV or something. And it's just as hard to run fast and do that weight at that place. Because back in the day, that was the world championships. The only people that had to do the pro weight or did the pro weight was the elite people.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a pro division.
Yeah.
I mean, if we want to get snobbish, we could. Some people could be like, you know what, you didn't qualify for worlds in pro. It used to be like the top 2%, and now I think it's like less than 1% actually make it now. So as the sport's grown, it's gotten even harder, and like the qualifications even harder. So now it's just pretty much we almost all are in the open, just at less than 1%.
Yeah, I agree.
So
there's definitely people out there who could get like snobbish about it, but like if you're doing pro, but like you said, there's some people who are out there doing pro, but they're still running like, I don't want to say slow times because it is heavy weight, but compared to like some of the other people that are out there.
What's more impressive,
podiums,
running a 59 or sub 60 open or running a 130 pro?
Definitely the sub 1 hour has this kind of,
it sounds sexy.
I put that as like kind of the like sub 3 hour marathon kind of deal. Right? That's kind of like the HYROX version, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think too, I mean, I could see it, that sub 1 hour, either or in any race is a really good, even doubles. I think that's still a great time to do it that. Whether any one is a great testament to your fitness. And if you break it, say in the open, then test yourself in the pro kind of deal. So there's always kind of levels where you can test yourself. So I think that's what the great thing about HYROX is. Wherever your fitness is at, there is whether it's relay, if you're just getting into it, you can test yourself in there. Open, let's move up to doubles. Let's go to a solo open. And once you feel like I've conquered this or whatever, then you go to pro and, get your butt handed to you. Maybe myself. I'm talking about myself, man.
Yeah. No, so I get it.
It's that's what's kind of great about the whole sport is it's kind of there, like they say, for everyone.
Yeah.
So there is, I mean, I don't think none of us here, snobbish about they're doing open or pro. I'm just saying, but it is, I always applaud someone that, can I do an athlete, do you think I could do pro? And this person definitely could do pro. I'm like, I kind of was laughed like, yes, you should be doing pro.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, how do you want to challenge yourself?
Yeah. Well, I just think sometimes now in the place that we're in that like there's a stigma between the two now, right?
No, absolutely.
And I think if it's just like doing a marathon, right? Whether you run the marathon in 3:05 or you run it in 4:05 or you run it in 5:05, you've done something hard, and you've done something that most people haven't done in their lifespan or have any desire to do because they don't think they can do it. So that's a big deal, My thing has always been, and I think sometimes like maybe I don't communicate it as well as I would like to. My thing is, if you're a 5-hour marathoner and you trained and you put in the mileage and you were consistent, then you did amazing. If you're a 5-hour marathoner and you didn't train and you just signed up on the whim and you went out and did it, to me, you did something dumb.
Agree.
Right? If you go out and the best you can do based off of your current fitness level and your experience is run whatever time you run, but you put in the work and you disciplined yourself and whatever, and more than likely you probably improved significantly. To me, that's amazing. Not the running as much as the training, right? But when you just go out there and just like, we signed up for this to see if we could do it, right? Because it's almost, to me, it's disrespecting the challenge of what it is. Like anybody can do it, and anybody can do it.
Can do it,
but
is it the ego?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually saw some girl posted that. She's like, it kind of exactly what you said. He's like, that is ego talking. If you're not putting in the training to go do a marathon, that is just your ego talking because you could get hurt. You could get injured versus and I mean, almost word for word what you're saying. The beauty is putting that work in and getting the best results that you are capable of. Like I said, putting in 3 months, maybe it is just a 4:30 marathon, but if you didn't train, maybe you didn't finish the marathon. Maybe the bus came and picked you up. But for you to kind of put in that work, that is, I agree with you, the beauty of it.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I think Lillian made she shared a story or a reel or something like that, and it was basically something to the effect that if you're racing this weekend and you're part of the BC crew, then you've earned the right to be out there through all the work that you've put out there.
Yeah.
So no matter what the outcome is,
it gave me goosebumps.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I like that.
No matter what the outcome is, you should celebrate whatever you've done and know also that you have this community or this team not just supporting you but excited with what you've done, right? So I think you had mentioned it a couple weeks ago or maybe a month or so ago, but you were talking about how like sometimes you'll go do things and you're a little concerned on how people are going to like races, right?
Yeah.
Like if maybe the race doesn't turn out as good as you want it to, right? But nobody ever is like, oh, you sucked it up, coach.
Yeah, no.
Oh man, you're so awesome. Oh, that's so amazing.
Yeah.
Because your standard for yourself is always different than everybody else's standard for you oftentimes, I feel like. And there are times where people maybe put you someplace where you feel like an imposter to an extent.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, if you are someone who cares about what you're doing and you're someone who leads other people, the standard you hold to yourself and what you expect greatness for yourself is way different than other people see.
Yeah. I actually literally was doing a run with a few clients, and they're like, what race is this? And this will be my 21st HYROX race.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're like, we're just on 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was at 2 at one time too.
Yeah, that's right.
We all just started stacking races kind of deal.
Yep.
I was like, I was there too. I was like, what my claim to, well, I like to always talk about, I'm not a perfect racer. I want you to learn from all the mistakes I've made in these 20 races.
Right.
So that's what I really try to push upon. There's people faster than me, but what I really try to coach is I'm very reflective on what I've done good and what I've done that I need to work on and really try to pass that on to the athletes, which I think a lot of us here do with the experience we really try to pass on.
Right. Well, and then sometimes you got to even you cannot control everything, right? So, the great thing about training is that it's usually over such an extended period of time that you don't notice when you have the day challenges, right? When like, oh man, I don't feel great today, or oh, this is, I got a little hitch in my giddy up or whatever, and so you take a day or 2 off. Well, over 6 months, you just stacking workouts and doing everything. You're getting fitter, you're feeling better, you're getting stronger, you're getting faster. Well, you can't. You're really doing your best to prepare yourself and have the best opportunity on race day to feel your best. But you can't guarantee that's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Everybody this week has been coughing in my face and sneezing all over me, people that are out of town right now, they have to travel for work, and so they're literally flying back sometime today. That's not the best scenario for you to have your best race.
And I don't know about you, but I've been giving stretches like crazy this
Yes.
week. And I'm literally like, this should be like my kind of daily rest week.
I'm walking around with the strong hands.
I was like, I literally did 6 stretches. I think it was Wednesday, like 9:30 I got done. And I was just like, I feel like I've just done a workout.
Yeah.
I
I told one person, I was like, I'm gonna have to get a stretch and restore and a protein shake after this, because some of these people, dude. That's what I don't know if I told you or who, but I was like, we have got to start. We're gonna have to create some more recovery classes or something, because these people,
dude, the videos I have from some of the stretches you've done this week, they're gold.
Yeah, I had people climbing off the table,
literally clawing their ways off the table.
And I wasn't even
barely touching them.
I was barely touching them. I was barely doing anything. And then sometimes, how you warm them up in the beginning?
Yeah.
And you can feel the tightness.
Yeah.
And there were people I was like, uh-oh.
You know it's coming.
I was having to work so hard to help these people. And then you want it to feel good. You don't want it to hurt.
Well, and one of our girls looks like you abused her.
It does. Her quad is like
purple.
I went into someone's lat, and it was tight. And after I got done, they rolled over. The arm literally dead. It flopped over. Are you all right?
I did do one for somebody, and then I was like, all right, we're good to go. It was an hour one, because usually I try to get them to do the 30 minutes, because an hour is a long time.
Yeah, no, hours.
No, it's a long time for you to have to be working on somebody, but I honestly feel it's a long time to be sitting on that table and getting worked over, right? So 30 minutes I think is good. And then I usually will go a little over to make sure you get certain spots, right? So that 30 to 40 minute range.
That's about usually like 40.
That's like the sweet spot, right? And that hour was over, right? And I was like, all right, you're good to go. And they're like, oh. It's like, so you don't do any kind of like ending thing or something like that?
Like special ending?
Like some kind of special ending? I was like...
She's like a prayer.
I was like, what do you want me to do? You want me to pray over you? I was like, Coach Carlos usually does the baby pickup. I can give you that. What do you want from me, I was like, the work is done.
You should have done. You should have gone outside, gotten like a tree branch, and then like the Swedish massage and like a ta-ta.
Well, I saw there's like I don't know if I sent it to you. There's like a lady, like they get the tightness out of your hips. Like she goes over them. Like that, but doesn't even touch the person.
No, it's energy. It's like chakra realignment, energy realignment. Yeah.
I mean, I can do that for 2 hours if you want.
Funny. You should do
that.
that.
I could give a 2-hour session doing that stuff.
I would really love to see you in all seriousness end somebody's session like that and just see what they
I'm going to do it because someone asked me the other day, it's like, hey, do you just do things sometimes to mess with people on this table? I was like,
that was funny.
I didn't want to lie. I was like,
that was really funny.
Maybe every now and then I might do something here and there just to see if people will notice. But most people are like, oh yeah, that's good.
You could totally be lying about what it's working and like make something up, and they'd be like, yeah,
that's good.
That sounds good.
That's amazing. Thank you, Coach. I appreciate you. So I don't do that a lot. Only to certain people. I'm not doing it to everybody because just in case. I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings or offend people or make people mad at me. So very few people am I going to try do some stupid stuff. And usually I'll be like, like that.
If I massage this part of your femur, you'll feel it in your ear and you'll feel more aligned.
Exactly. Do you feel that in your ear?
I can't wait to pick you up again. I'm doing that move again on you.
Oh my gosh, I hate that. I don't even know why. I felt so emasculated.
I'm just letting you know that you're the only client that everyone else loves it. Everyone's just
felt small.
ready for it.
I did. I
think it made you felt like how the picture Courtney posted in the chat with like little baby arms.
Yes.
Did you see that? That's I think I think you feel.
I did.
Are you talking about the birthday picture?
Yes,
where his head and his neck are like not proportional.
I mean, like little baby arms.
She got the color tones right.
AI got the color tones right, yes.
So, but no, I do not like that at all. I feel completely emasculated. And I don't know if you do that to me again, I don't know if I'm not going to take my time and chip off and throw it in your face.
Or just throw it across.
Yes. This is your heart.
Don't you take my baby oil and throw it. Don't you dare take my baby oil and throw that across the room.
Exactly right. I will say this, though. Shout out to Francois. Francois has some of the softest, silkiest skin I've ever touched in my life.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, that stuff
was it like veal?
Yeah.
Baby veal?
It was buttery soft.
Ooh,
which is so weird because he was squirming like a little worm.
Well, maybe that's why.
No.
Because he's
tenderized.
He's tenderized already. Yeah. So, he is definitely now. But, he was very, I got to get his skincare routine because that dude.
He has good skin.
He looks young for a reason.
He's got good skin.
He's got that great skin. So, good job, buddy.
Keep it up.
Hook me up with whatever lotions or oils you're using because it's the good stuff.
Keep the lotion on the skin.
He's natural.
It's good stuff.
He's at Filipino, so
is that what it is?
Yeah, get that darkness.
I think
yeah,
he uses
you get that. No, you don't got to use anything. A little bit of lotion on the knees. That's all you really need.
Yeah, put a little Vaseline on the knees.
That's kind of like the.
You know who else has some very silky skin? Courtney.
Oh,
I gave her
Courtney does. You know what? I've noticed when I give her a hug.
Yeah,
she does have soft skin.
It's very soft and very silky, but it's chocolatey. It's like that melted Godiva chocolate that it's
so like milk chocolate.
Yeah. So it's semi-sweet.
Yeah.
Because I touched her on the shoulder last night or yesterday or something at the shakeout run that we did, and I was like, dang.
Just FYI, people, this is not an excuse to go and like randomly touch people. Please don't go up and start touching these people.
No, I'm not randomly touching people, guys.
No, not you. I'm talking about the listeners. Like, if you see Courtney, don't just go up and rubbing on her
ask
shoulder.
First.
Yes. Can I touch your silky skin?
Yeah, and Francois,
Francois probably down.
He's down. Just ask first.
Yeah, and then, he's married, so be like, hey, can I touch your arm or something?
Yeah.
I've heard tales of your softness.
Maybe we could do like the next BC building the dream. They could come and like Francois, they could just like take pictures with.
Oh, that could be part of the package.
The package,
the
or like
package,
or just like a booth or something. You know,
like just, a dunking, like a kissing booth, but you could
rub an arm,
rub the arm. Okay,
to rub the arm,
rub a leg.
Yeah, we'll keep it above the waist.
Absolutely, yes,
always.
Yeah,
keep it professional.
Yes,
keep it professional. All right, guys. Well, if you're racing this weekend, I hope you guys do amazing. Stick to your race plan. Have a great time. Have fun out there. If you're volunteering or you're just going to be out there, we'd love to hang out with you, see you, say hello. Tonight, we've got relays going on galore. So it's going to be a late evening for many of us. And then I race tomorrow. You race tomorrow. A lot of us race tomorrow.
She races tomorrow. So I think it's
on
you,
Saturday.
her, then me.
Yeah. So
let's get it done.
If you just want to come watch a show, it could be the best show. It's going to be the best show on earth, no matter what.
We had a lot of
Whether
people
we
come
go
out.
out there and smash it,
or die trying,
or we're like, don't leave me,
die trying,
or we die trying, we're going to have a good time.
I saw a shirt yesterday that I really liked. I actually thought about it for Victoria. It said, if DNF, then DNR.
There you go.
Like, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good shirt.
So, guys, if you're not racing HYROX and you're a runner and you watch our podcast or listen to our podcast and you're like, why are they always talking about HYROX? HYROX is over after this weekend. Won't have another one coming up for a while, maybe. So we'll be back to training and running regular techniques. So don't go anywhere. Hopefully it maybe encourages you, like maybe you're missing out on something because
if we like it this much,
it's a pretty cool deal. So thanks for coming in, guys. If you want to support the show, you can simply do it several different ways. The easiest way is to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, and or go to on Spotify, whatever. You can do a comment. You can rate the show. But the best way would be to go to patreon.com/runningwithjames and become a Patreon member. We've got free, but then we also have paid. And there's a lot of cool things. Somebody reminded me the other day, they were like, and I don't know why we don't ever talk about it. She's like, why don't you ever mention this? But at our, I think it's the $5 level, not only do you get the extra content, but you also get discounts on swag. You get discounts on run coaching. And then obviously you're going to get us, even more of us.
Unfiltered,
right?
You think this is wild?
Yeah,
you should.
Yeah. So, so you might want to check it out because it is, it's the gift that keeps on giving. Honestly, it really is.
Give it to your grandma. She'll love it.
She'll love it. That's awesome. All right, guys. So thanks for coming in today. We appreciate you. Have an amazing weekend. Thanks for all the happy birthday wishes to my team. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Remember, when you change your mind,
you
change your life.
Peace out, guys.
Let's go.